Hey, what's up, guys? Back with another video here. I apologize it's been so long. I have had quite a bit going on. So first off, I want to say I apologize if it's a little dark. I'm driving and it's still pretty dark here on my commute, but this is pretty much the only time I have to do it because when I get off of work it's completely dark. So what I want to kind of talk about today, sorry I haven't been uploading videos recently. My phone has been absolutely terrible. I recorded one fairly long video and the sound didn't record. So then I recorded another video and my phone shuts off randomly in the middle of it. And it's been shutting off randomly whenever it feels like it. So it's been really bad. I have a blue phone, BLU, do not get a blue phone. It has been horrible for me. I've been such a big fan for years and it's giving me nothing but grief. But anyway, so let's talk about what's going on. So, a couple of things. First off, I've been trying to raise some money to get a new product going. How I've been doing that is working some overtime. I've also been working on my house, and it's taking up a lot of my time. Working on my attic, trying to get a room together for my little girls. So yeah, I've been busy, guys. I apologize I haven't uploaded. So hopefully this video works out well. If you're seeing it, it probably did. My phone didn't shut off in the middle of it. So, waiting on my product. It's been kind of frustrating. My supplier has kind of been giving me the runaround. Like, I paid him, and he said it would ship out last Tuesday, and it didn't. And then somehow in the middle of it, oh, it's going to ship out this upcoming Tuesday. And I'm like, in the meantime, I'm losing sales. Like, it's, it's frustrating because I'm kind of committed. Like, the quality is very good and like it's exactly what I want, but like he kind of gives me the runaround with the shipping, and I don't really understand why. But the funny part is he put the trade assurance date that it had to ship out by like last night. I didn't know that, but I contacted him last night. I'm like, are we gonna ship? He's like, I told you it'll ship Tuesday. I'm like, all right, fine. Like, at this point, what's one more day? So then I guess at like 3 a.m, like I got up this morning and looked at my email, and it said like he's past due on the shipping that he created, the date that he created. So the hilarious part was I noticed like 2 hours after that hit, he shipped it out 2 hours later. So like, how long has this really been ready to ship? He told me last Tuesday, he showed me the boxes, so he's telling me his freight forwarder's taking extra time to ship it, yet if his trade assurance passes, he can ship it 2 hours later? Come on, man. Like, that's the kind of shady stuff you deal with sometimes. And like, I'm beginning to lose trust in this guy if he's going to pull stuff like that. He already delayed me by like a week and a half, 2 weeks from where he said he would be, or where he projected he would be. So it's a little frustrating. Next time I'm definitely using a freight forwarder that I have. I'm going to use my own because I'm not putting up with like the games. I'm losing money because this guy's not doing his job, or he tells me it's not even he's not doing his job. He told me he would do it by a certain time, or he expected it by a certain time, and then he told me what day it was going to ship, and then he added another week after I paid. Like, that's not right. But I don't want to sour the relationship I have with them. So it is frustrating. If that was my first time buying, I would have canceled on him, and I would have been like, look, man, you told me it was going to ship by this date. Don't mess around with me. But it's hard to take a hard stance on that when, he's done the product before, he's done it well, and it's gotten good reviews. So a little frustrating, but a hiccup in the road you got to deal with, and I'm dealing with it the best I can. I just know to order much earlier with this guy and get my own forwarder. That's what I'm going to do because I'm not going to play the game. So what's been going on otherwise? I've been trying to raise money. As I told you guys in some previous videos, I don't have a ton of money, so I need to find a way to finance all this. I've been also working on my attic, like busting my butt trying to get that ready. But on top of that, I've been working overtime, and I've also been doing some extracurricular activities to raise money. All legal gambling in Pennsylvania, but made a few bucks there. I happen to have a couple buddies that are pretty good at it, so they kind of help me with my picks. But I do a lot of my own too. So I have raised probably in the last few weeks, like almost $2,000, which is unbelievable. So I'm getting ready to hopefully launch another product. I'd like to get it in by Christmas, although I'm not so sure that's going to happen. I really want to get something maybe either different or do a variation of what I'm doing now. So yeah, there's a bunch of different ways to raise money. Just got to work. I've been working overtime like on Saturdays, just trying to make some extra cash on top of my full-time job. So yeah, man, I mean, it's definitely possible. You just got to work your butt off. Excuse me. People can't drive. So anyway, let's talk about how you might be able to get some extra advantages here. What I like to do is get the less competition as possible. So how do you do that? Aside from picking a product and using the software, you know, what most people don't realize is they're not, well, I think most people do realize they're ungated. They're not ungated in most categories, or let's not say most. They're not ungated in a lot of different categories, and some people might not even realize it. Like, I didn't realize one product I was trying to sell, I wasn't ungated in that category until I tried to sell it. Then I was stuck with a few hundred units, and it was really a problem. So you can get ungated in certain things, and I can kind of give you an idea how. Now, what's the advantage of that? Like, let me take auto, for example. I mean, if you're ungated in auto, most new sellers and a lot of even existing sellers cannot sell under auto. They're not ungated. So if you're not ungated in auto, you can't sell, like, I don't know, if you try to sell like an air freshener under auto, you wouldn't be able to. So that's something to think about. If you're ungated in a category a lot of people are not, that really helps with competition. So how do you do that? You said, how am I going to get ungated? There's a couple different ways you can do that. First, you can find a supplier that's approved by Amazon, and that supplier is will get you ungated. You have to send in an invoice with so many. You have to look up an Amazon seller, but you have to send in an invoice with maybe like 5 or 10 items. I think it's like 10 items. Don't quote me on that. But you send it into Amazon after you bought them from an approved wholesaler or supplier, and you can get ungated. Now, that's very hard to do, but I can give you one site that I'm aware of that can get you ungated in some categories. I think it's called Lotus Light. Look up Lotus Light. Now, here's the thing. You have to have an EIN number, which is kind of why I said in an earlier video, if you're going to do an LLC, I prefer to get the EIN number. Now, granted, you don't need that for wholesaling, but what it can do for you is help you get ungated in a category like I'm talking about. So what you would do is you would use your EIN number, you would sign up for Lotus Light, for example, then you would order however many of that product, and you would submit that invoice to Amazon with all the other required information, and you can get ungated in that category. And then guess what? You're selling in a category most people are gated in, and that really helps. So that's going to help you with competition-wise. Option number 2, and I am not I don't want to say I'm not endorsing it, but I'm not recommending it because I don't know where this falls under terms, conditions, or whatnot. So I'm just telling you what's possible. So what you can actually do, option number 2, if you don't know the websites, which I don't know, I know Lotus Light, that's the only one I know. If you don't know these sites, which most people don't, or if you can't find the information to get ungated in this, what you can do is you can go to Funnel Guru. Funnel Guru, the guy, I can tell you from talking with other people, he's legit. He can get you ungated in many categories, and even certain brands. No, don't ask about Nike or Under Armour. He cannot get you. He either can't or won't get you ungated in those categories, so don't ask him. But Funnel Guru, yeah, he can get you ungated in auto for like a couple $100. He can get you ungated in like beauty for like probably a couple $100 as well. I don't quote me. He has different deals. I know he has Black Friday specials and he has Christmas specials. He has specials all the time. So, I'll leave a link down there. I would get a little bit of a kickback. I'm not even sure what that would be, but I'll tell you, the guy works. So, if you're going to think about spending your money on it, at least you know that somebody's done it already. And again, I'm not saying you should do it because I don't know where it falls under terms, conditions, or whatnot. I'll leave that up to you. I can just say that I know I've talked with other people, and it's worked. Let's put it that way. So yeah, he can get you ungated in certain things. He can also has other services, which I highly recommend. Talk to him, and it's been an awesome experience so far. So if you can get ungated in those categories, and you can almost certainly find a product in those categories. I mean, there's millions of products on Amazon. To think you can't find a product under one of these gated categories is crazy. You're gonna find one. It's just you gotta look for it. So that even takes the competition down a notch as well, because you will be officially in a category that most sellers can't sell it. So that's kind of my tip of the day, guys. I'll keep you updated on my product. I don't know. I know it shipped out yesterday or this morning because it passed the trade assurance deadline, which I thought was hilarious. So yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'll make a video about freight forwarders for my next shipment, because I am using one. I am not using this guy. I prefer to use the supplier themselves, because they're liable for the product all the way to the U.S. And then past that, the quality and everything. So I don't want to mess with that. That's why I didn't want to use a freight forwarder. But in this case, next order, I am going to do that more than likely. It's cheaper, and I just don't want to deal with the hassle of him giving me the runaround. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Please comment, please subscribe. I'd appreciate that. If you guys have a topic you want to talk about, I kind of wish I would have started this a little earlier, this YouTube experience, because I've been through so much in the months I've been doing it that it's hard to remember what I struggled with. I mean, I'm not saying I don't struggle with anything now, but a lot of the new seller questions I've kind of gone past at this point. Like, I know how to do everything from start to finish. Not to say I'm not still learning, because I totally am. But yeah, if you guys have something you want to discuss, something you have questions about, please comment. I'll be able to hopefully do a video for you on it. So yeah, I'd love to hear from you guys. I'd love to hear what you're struggling with or what you have questions about. Maybe I can help. I have a lot of knowledge at this point. I have gone through quite a bit of information. I'm actually finishing up Paul's course on research. Been trying to fit that in between my crazy schedule right now. But yeah, keep working, guys. Keep moving. Keep doing your thing. Keep succeeding. And let me know what you guys think and what you guys want to see in the future. Have a great day. Thank you. God bless.